No introduction needed. The Shiroi, let's get it out of the box. It's sent to me. I bought it directly with Corally, and it's a huge box and it's a huge car. Okay. The invoice. Okay. Let's get it out. Okay. It's big. It's real big. What color do you think I got? So they released the Shiroi a couple of weeks ago, and I must say I didn't expect that. So a short course truck from Team Corally. They keep astonishing me all the time, and they are really launching things out of their sleeves. And oh, this is of course the transmitter and stuff. Let's see what's in there. It's this transmitter CT2R. It does a trick. Everything you need to know and everything you need to do here. It does a trick. It's pretty bulky. It's not my kind of style transmitter, but it is what it is. What do you get in the box here? Also, again, a lanyard. They provide a lanyard, but there's nothing to keep it on there. Speed gear, antenna lead, bind, plug. Yeah, that's it. Usual stuff. Now, for the car. Okay, let me see. Is there something in there? Oh man, this is huge. Okay, there's still something in the box. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, get out. Man, there it is. Okay, I have to take it like this. Here it is. So this wasn't easy. The best color scheme there is. I saw it in Olin in HQ, and I was immediately in love with the color scheme. Blue and the orange. You don't think they're going to match with each other, but this is looking perfectly. So we have to cut the zip ties underneath here, and you can also already see the magnificent underside. Looks very cool, looks very well made, as we are used to from Team Corally. Sits pretty high, and the body is, yeah, you have to take it apart before you can put it out of the bag. And the body is, yeah, it's pretty heavy, but, and let me say, this body looks amazing. This is really looking good. You know what I don't like is they put 33 on there. I don't know what the number is or why it's the number 33, but it would be nice if they included numbers and that you can put your own number on there. That would be a little more, yeah, nicer in my opinion. Stickers are applied real good at the first glance, so they all look perfectly aligned. Only the rear ones, the red ones here, they need to be applied a little bit more. There on the sides you have to put some, see, maybe that's from transportation and stuff. These lanyards, they are very good. I put them on all my cars, so very heavy body and also a pretty thick body. Yeah, it's a real thick body, if I can see it over here. You see here, yeah, this is very, very thick. I'm going to do measurements afterwards so you can see how thick it is. This is a sturdy thing here that lands on top of that. So when you land on top of on the roof, it goes on there, easy, great. Nice guys in there, netting, very cool. Pretty detailed on the inside. Also the stickers on there are also a little bit loose on the side. So I think I am going to turn everything out, get the inside out and push on the stickers a bit. Very, very, very nice made. Pretty sturdy. It's very sturdy. It's not that floppy as some bodies are. Front too, very sturdy body. So let's go to the car. Yeah, I'm gonna take a close up here. In the front, very thick bumper, very thick bumper, very sturdy. I like that, very nice made. Is there fluid on there? No, this is not fluid. They make the 6S line with these special diffs and they are very good. On my Kagamas, I have 2 Kagamas. They are not wearing out. I drove them a lot and they are not wearing out. Is everything well balanced? Here's a little play on this wheel. See? Oh, I think I have to adjust that a little bit. So, and then also see, this is also a little play on the pivot ball on the top here. Minor adjustments needed, I think, but the suspension out of the box is oh, perfect, perfect. What do I do with all my Team Corally cars? I change these things. If you buy a Team Corally car, buy these with them. These are very, very good. These are very thick, and buy these with them. So, because they have a tendency to break. So that's, you need to change that. So this is a hobby wing, and you can do this with, you can use the program card from a hobby wing to change all the settings. You can also do it with the button over here, but that's too hard. I think it's easier with this thing. There are huge flaps that they made to keep the dirt out. So I hope these things work real good. So that's another question. We'll see after driving it, of course. They are keeping the Curon 825 and it's a 2050 kV. The servo is a CRHV 2725. So it's a 25 kilo, and for these wheels I think that's going to be adequate. I don't think that it's going to wear out easy or burn out easy. I hope not. Bumper wise, man, this is a sturdy thing, and you can use it for to carry it. So that's good. That's nice. Yeah, the car looks real good, real nice. So let's take the wheel off here. And tires, see, the rims are vented on both sides. Yeah. So we're going to tape that off because I don't like that. You can see how much travel there is. There's a lot of travel on there. And why is this? So when you take this out, this is dog bone that sits in the rear. And why is there so much travel? This one is horizontal, this one is vertical. Then you can go much more on travel than when this one is the same as this one. Then you get binding issues. So that's good. They make it so that the truck can sit higher. So that's a great thing they did. Also, they made a little bit smaller, thinner here than there. So it keeps the strength, but it still gets more angle on there. That's cool. The chassis, that's proven. It's not 7075, but you can buy a 7075 from them, and that's true 7075. I really like the edge look on this and the nice sturdy bumpers and skid plates. Bumper is perfect on there, very, very tough. Skid plates, very tough. These cars from Team Corally, they are built out of the box very, very good. I never had any issues with diffs or something like that. The only problems that I had in two cars that I bought was range issues. I had problems with the receiver. I don't know if this is going to be the same with this car. I hope not. Normally I convert all my cars to my radio link because I don't like running several. If I take 3 cars with me, that I have to carry 3 transmitters with me. And also a transmitter is not the same as the other one. This one reacts like this and the other one reacts fast. That's why I like to keep one transmitter. So this is what's in the bag here. These are always very, very, very well explained. Also, they give you a layout from where the screws go on the chassis plate. That's very handy. Otherwise you're searching for screws and stuff. So now you can still find screws where you have to put them. So that's good. Also they're giving you a separate Torx 185 manual, how to program it and how you can put your settings and stuff. And like I already said, here you can see it's on 6-volt and we're going to put it on 7.4 to give that extra pump on the servo. They give you the speed gear, and the speed gear is a 16 tooth. So I think there's a 15 in there, I don't know. No, factory fitted is a 13 in there. A 13 tooth on there, and they gave you a 16 tooth. I think it's going to be a hell. If you can see with 13 tooth, you're going to be running with the main gear, you're going to be running on 4S with 56 kilometers an hour or 35 miles an hour or 84 kilometers an hour or 52 miles an hour with a 13 tooth. A 16 tooth is going to be a lot faster. So I don't know, I'm going to run it at maybe up to 14. We'll see how the motor is reacting on this thing. There are no batteries included. You have to provide them for yourself. So first thing first, we're going to put the battery in there. I'm going to use a 4S. Then I'm going to put this on there and put it on 7.4 volts. Always put the car somewhere on. You never know what the car is going to do when you're starting to put power on there. Also, they provide you with this. This is a very nice touch. There it is. It runs. Let me see here if it turns. This is the speed how it turns. And so this is on 4S. This is going to hold. So we're going to put it off here, then take this off. Now when you put it on, program card is going to show you numbers. Yeah, numbers. We need numbers. And numbers mean that at 7, over here, 7, we're going to put the BEC voltage at 7.4, so that's number 2. So we're going to walk to 7 value. This is value. You choose the value over here. And then you go to item. 7, it's on 1. You go to 2, and then you, okay. That's it. That's all through it. Well, most of you all know how to tape off rims. Degrease them and use brake cleaner, a clean cloth or paper towel. Degrease the holes. Very good. Yeah, and then put tape on there. They are really good glued. Of course, we're going to notice it after a couple of runs, but they are really good glued. These mud claws. The pattern looks real nice, and I think they are very grippy. So let's take a closer look on this car. Like I already said, there's a little play on here. Look, So maybe you can make this a little bit smaller. I don't like this blade. That's my opinion. After looking at the car, the bumper here, look this how big and sturdy this thing is. This is a very, very sturdy bumper. I really like it. The shock towers, also 5mm, of course. They look awesome. Shock, they perfectly, yeah. There aren't any diff leaks, nothing. Not even in the center, if I'm correct. Center looks even pretty good, even if there, I'm going to take a light here. There isn't any leaks in there. It's real dry, so I'm going to keep you informed if there are going to be leaks. But I don't think there is going to be a leak in there, so that's perfect. Yeah, they did it again over there. Here, these things, these rubber grommets. Yeah, replace them. Yeah, replace them with these things. Very cheap ones. And you can place them in there. It's easier than a rubber grommet. Also clips work. The Curon, a proven motor, works real good. Puts out a ton of torque. Going to the back side here. Everything looks perfect, very perfect. This is a hell of a bumper. The bumper is very sturdy. Look how thick this is. So I don't think this car is going to be, it's going to be a good car. I'm sure of that. Also, look, these things over here where you put the body on. This is like 10mm. 10mm thick body post. The only thing I have to say is put a battery in there and pull the throttle. I know this is going to be a good car. I'm sure of that. Suspension wise and everything, they come from the racing industry, so they know a thing or two about shocks and suspension and how you have to set up a car. They even kept these nice red things in there. These caps, we have them in the stock cars. The pins kept breaking on the other ones, or they flew out. They came with this solution, and now it's stock. They listen to their customers. Hats off, guys, hats off. Battery box. Yeah, there are a lot of people that complain about these things. I still have all the stock battery boxes in my cars from Team Corally. There are people that complain that they break this, and that there are people that complain that the battery isn't fitting in there and stuff. It's a tight fit. It's a real tight fit, but I never had any problems. And I use my cars real hard, you know. I jump them and everything. But I don't know what the fuss is about, but these things work. Maybe there are better things. I don't know. I haven't used them yet, but still, if it works, it works. Like I mentioned, this is a little bit play on there. Underside is good. Top side is a little bit more play. Let me see if I can get that out. I think that's already too much. Yeah, this is better. This is a little better. This is good. You have to keep this. This has to work. If this is too tight, this nut's not going to work very good. So I'm going to take this side also. And see, there's a little on there. Yeah, that's me being picky. That's me being real picky, because it runs good, and I think it's going to be good out of the box too. But I like the tolerances a little bit tighter. A little tighter. So you don't have to do this, but yeah, looks good. So over there's the bottom steering plate, and on top there is another steering plate to keep it more rigid. So that's cool. I'm going to put a fan on there. All the motors from Team Corally, they run pretty hot. It's going to the winter time over here, so that's going to be, it's not going to be an issue now. but I bet it's going to be an issue in the summer. There are droop screws included, so that's good. There is a droop screw, so you can adjust it. Oh yeah, the wheels have serrated nuts. Is it plush? Yeah, I think it's... Look at the suspension working. Suspension is awesome. And I'm going to give you a close-up here. People that own a lunchbox know what I mean. Look at this wheel. I'm going to compress the suspension here. Look. This wheel stays on the same angle. See? And that's with the same on the other wheels. So I'm going to show, this is just one wheel that I'm showing you here. There are cars, when you push on the suspension, the wheel goes like this, you know what I mean? The wheel goes inside or outside, or yeah, the camber, or I don't know if this is camber, or changes. Lunchbox people know what I mean. The wheels, they flop around. There are cars that do this, but not on a Team Corally car. Team Corally cars, they stay the same. I'm going to show you a little bit more on the side here. You see, this is straight. When I push it, it keeps on it stays straight. That means that the geometrics on the car are perfect. The wheels stay as they are. The stance from the car, like that. You can see I'm going to pull it like that. Is on the top, on the front, a little bit lower than on the rear. It's set up from factory. I don't know what the intention is from that. The body, when you put the body on, yeah, you can see it's sitting pretty high here. So in the front, it's sitting pretty high. 2 fingers here. And in the rear, less than 2 fingers. So that means that this car is capable of really good soaking up the bumps and stuff. So we're going to try that out, of course. Yeah, pictures don't do it justice. This looks awesome, and I'm glad I got it. So I really would like to know what you think about this car. Leave your comments in the comments. So what do you think about it? Is this the best that is launched this year? In my opinion, yeah. I think this is the best that came out this year. It looks awesome. I don't know about the driving capabilities yet, but it looks awesome. I don't have any much more words to say about it. I know it's a 6S platform and they have the Kagamas and stuff, but this is something else. The body is magnificent. Pictures don't do it justice. This, what I'm showing you, doesn't do it justice. It looks awesome. The body is designed by Biddy Design. It's getting late at the moment, otherwise I would be trying it out. I think it's already dark outside. It's 8:30, and before I get a battery hooked up and everything, it's going to be dark outside. So I cannot drive it today. But on Friday, I'm at home, and then I'm going to give it hell.